Good afternoon, Vice Forecaster Diddy Rap with you back in the Breaking Weather Center right now. I was going to do a follow-up update with you on our potentially it's going to be a long and stormy evening, and promise you this is going to be a long and stormy evening tonight. And going into Saturday morning, we could see a big wind event coming in there this evening down in Arkansas. This is what's going to be triggering the showers and thunderstorms. Um, just hold on just a second. So I promise this is going to be a long and stormy evening with coming in a couple of different waves. A strong to severe storms with mainly large hail, damage, and straight line winds. That's going to be the biggest concern today and tonight and tomorrow morning is going to be the winds. I mean, some people are mentioning a derecho. I mean, that's still possible. We'll have to see on that scenario what we got in place. But first of all, with the Storm Prediction Center has already issued a severe thunderstorm watch that already covers um, parts of western Arkansas, down in Texas. This means we could see hail the size of 2 inches in diameter, 70 miles per wind. And I won't roll out a couple of brief tornadoes with the system. I don't think tornadoes are going to be the biggest concern. I think it's going to power outages. So definitely, if you live in Arkansas or even in Southern Illinois, I mean, especially in Arkansas, Alabama, or in that area, please charge your devices up just in case you would lose power. Because this is going to be a duration where you'll see strong winds that could knock trees and power lines down, and we could have a possibility of severe weather outbreak. We'll have to watch that. And also, we have another severe thunderstorm watch just got issued. And just give me a second. It takes time to come to the computer right quick. Just give me a second. All right, so we go to this. All right, here's our new watch that covers parts of Alabama area. This goes through about 7 p.m. Main threat's going to be winds, moderate winds, and severe winds, and up to 2-inch hail in diameter, and winds up to 70 miles per hour. So here's the new watch in place. This goes through 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So definitely you in the same area, you can see scatter damage of winds, very large hail. Hail's going to be a concern. And I never roll out a tornado. Even if it's very low today, but tornado risk is very low. While we're on, I'm going to show you today why I'm a little more concerned about the last couple of events where we've been doing with these super sales that forms, these individual popcorn sales that I'm a little more concerned today of. So right now, I'm going to just take a look here. Trying to get our little thing on so I can share it with everybody. Okay, here we go again, folks. If you want to know about the storms, here we go. Storm Prediction Center has put out a moderate risk for severe weather today down in the deep south. It does cover parts of Louisiana, Mississippi area. And let me switch back here, and you can see that moderate risk and cover an enhanced a 4 that covers parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. And you got a 3 out of 5 that covers parts of Alabama. Then you got a 2 out of 5 that covers parts almost of Paducah. So definitely we're going to have to watch a couple sales. that does form in Illinois. And while we're on this thing here a minute, do that later. But see, we even got a 1 out of 5 for Southern Illinois. So here's our tornado threat. It's about a 10%. Not hatched, but I still think we could see an isolated tornado somewhere. I just don't think we'll see a lot of tornadoes out of this event tonight. I just think there's not going to be a lot of that wind shear. But look what we do got. Now, this is what's concerning me. Look at this, folks. We got a 45% hatched area. So what does that mean? I'll tell you just in a second. A 45% hatched area means we can see damage to winds in 25 miles a point. I'm going to tell you, folks, we do not see a 45% hatched area very often. So let me tell you what that means. Once you see a 45% hatched area, that means we could get close to a derecho type system that could come through that area. A derecho is very sinking air that could really cause some problems. So definitely just plug your devices in, and you can definitely stay tuned to us, because a derecho is not fun. That's when you get winds up to 100 miles per hour. I won't roll out winds over 80 miles an hour tonight. That's going to break trees down and topple everywhere. So this is what we definitely trying to tell you today, that this system is a little more stronger than what we thought. So yesterday, I said, well, it could be some strong wind gusts. The MCS could push through, and that'll be it. But now we're starting to get into this. Models are coming to agreement this morning. Me and Isaac both talk about this. This was going to be more of a derecho type system. Not a derecho, but very strong wind event is possible. So definitely keep that in mind. So we do have that in place. And we got hail. Hail's going to be large tonight, folks. We got about a 30% hatched area. Excuse me. 30% hatched area for about damage, not damage, but a large hail that could be up to 2 inches. That is very large. So we will continue to keep you updated on that. So just have a way to get warnings tonight. Make sure your phone's charged up, devices plugged in tonight. I mean, make sure you have one of these. That helps out with the getting warnings, text alerts, even a NOAA weather radios only cost you $29. That would definitely save your life. Put the batteries in them, get them ready to go in case you lose power. So we think, I do sitting down this chair for several years, folks, and I know when I start seeing trees coming down, we do think this is going to be a severe weather, bigger threat. I mean, this is about the third or fourth outbreak we have, but when you see them, we don't see moderate risk very much. Maybe a handful of times every year. We see a derecho, and it just develops, so we definitely need to keep that in mind. So I'm going to switch this here for a second. I'm going to go on for a minute. I got some more information we'll pass along to you. Is we got this severe thunderstorm warnings are down here. This one for Texas. Let me turn the side on for just a second so you can just see what we got in place. Now this storm down here runs into effect about 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Van Zandt County and North Central Henderson counties down here in Texas. At 1:24, a severe thunderstorm located near Elgin, 32 miles northwest of Ensign, Manush on 40. So quarter-size hail is going to be the biggest concern with this. We'll check the hail count here. Just give me a little second, and yeah, goodness gracious. Up to quarter-size hail has been reported. New storm trying to get its act together. And you got this one storm up here. Just left a report coming in. The same spotter reported a large hail at the Putnam High School in New area down here in Texas, so that's just telling me there's been some large hail forming. And we'll continue to watch these storms in Arkansas because they give me very strong signs of some very strong hail with them, but no rotation. I don't think we'll see many tornadoes, but there is large hail. Yeah, look at this. Goodness gracious. Gosh. Look at this white color. It's going up to the bright white. So that is some very large hail. Has already shown signs we can get some very large hail with these. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings out here in the parts of the Jasper area, Alabama and Watson counties. At 12:59, severe thunderstorms located near Jasper. Moon is around 20. Hazard, ping pong ball size hail, and 60 miles of wind gust. So we'll zoom in. All right, we just got a new warning. Let's pull in here just a little closely and look at the storm here. It does take the tracks off. We do get some very strong winds, but any of these storms out here could tap onto a little bit of speed to this, and you get very large hail with these. These are very large hail cores, but I do think they can produce a bunch of lightning with these. So definitely, these storms are dangerous and nasty today. They're producing some, at the least, quarter-size hail on I-21 in Walker County. Social media reported that. I'm starting to get more hail coming in. 60 miles of wind gusts. This is in quarter-size hail with the storm by Cambria and Morrison area down here. That's where we're starting to get very large hail with maybe some strong winds with that. You can see there's very 1.5 inches of hail. So these go into effect through about hold on a second. All right, so we got another report just coming in. We'll probably stay with you just for a little bit. Just give me a little second here. I'll just going to turn the camera off and shut the audio off. Just all right, we're back on air. Still looks like the potentially large hail with these storms. So you get 1 inch. So report of large hail. And these storms still could produce hail reports from the different parts of the schools areas. And see, once you get these hail events, this is what's going to be the biggest concern for a little while to see if it is hail possibility of some weak shear every now and then. But you see these dark white colors, that's going to be indicate of some very large 1.25. That's still going to cause damage to vehicles and stuff like that. So that's the biggest thing we're getting into reports of large hail. But if we do get more warnings in place, we will continue to keep you updated on each advisory that gets issued. This storm over here by Paris area, down here in Arkansas, this storm is still looks like it's giving me a 1.25. So, folks, that's still enough to break car windows out, cause all the significant damage. This could be a derecho that pushes through Arkansas, and we'll need to keep an eye on that. Right now, I'm gonna put everything in a scan here, and I'll put a track on this. Some of this is concerning me because parts of this, I'm gonna pull the whole screen up, and you can just see here. Just give me a second. As that's pulling in that way, it's pulling this stuff into like Missouri. We're gonna have to watch these storms. There's a lot of energy today in the atmosphere to get stuff going. So we will continue to keep you updated on these warnings. If we do see another severe thunderstorm doing damage or anything else, excuse me, causing a life situation, will pop on, and we have the power. We'll get you through all severe, through severe to all clear. I'm Vice Forecaster Betty Rapp with you. I'm going to sign off here, and we'll continue to keep you updated.